What's up, everybody? Julian Hall here with another fantastic episode of Ultrapreneur TV. You know where I'm at the Ultrapreneur everywhere on the web. So today's question for you guys is doing what you love enough? Now, there's this mantra that's been going around for a number of years, which suggests that entrepreneurs should do what they love and do what they're passionate about. You've even heard me say it, right? But everything has a context, even that lovely mantra. And this is the context. Now, when I'm teaching young people entrepreneurship, I focus purely on, look, just find the thing that you love and that you're passionate about, and there probably is a business model that exists and a revenue model that can sit alongside it. And I do not deter from that train of thought. But the reason for that is because children / young people probably don't have lots of financial responsibilities to worry about. Now, I know for some of you out there, when you hear this whole thing about do what you love and do what you're passionate about, you get it, but you're then getting bills through your door and mortgage, food, rent, yada yada has to be paid for, and you're sitting there like, well, that's just not my reality because I can't do what I love and pay my bills at the end of the month. And I completely get it, and this is where the context comes in. Now, for a long time, what I've advised people is that just because you postpone the thing that you love doesn't mean that you're not going to do it. So it's not to say that your dreams have got to be locked away in a cupboard forever. You've just got to be strategic about it. So you do need to have a cash cow. You do need to have something that just pays your bills. And if that isn't the thing that you love, if it's nothing to do with the thing that you love, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? But what's important is that you are planning towards the thing that you love doing, right? And think about it. I mean, you've heard this before, but we spend most of our lives working, so why not do the thing that you love for your work, blah 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 blah, right? We all get that whole train of thought, yeah? But again, it takes planning, just like anything else. Just because the word love and passion is involved, we think that it doesn't have to go down, doesn't have to be written down, doesn't have to be planned. We don't need to make, put goals around it and all this kind of stuff. We just think that magically, poof, it's gonna happen, and we're gonna fall into the thing that we love through some, waving hand of destiny or something. It doesn't work like that. Now, for some people, it may look like it's worked like that when you see them blow up in the news and all that, but trust me, you sit down and you speak to them, they've planned this, and maybe the 0.1% of people just got lucky and they did trip over and fell and fall into the thing that they love. But for most of us, we've got to sit down there and plan it. So this is my suggestion, and I'm saying this because this is what I did, right? So when I was in a full-time job and I knew that I just loved digital, I just wanted to get into digital and tech full-time, I, kept my bread and butter thing going, right? And I did my passion on evenings and weekends. And I did it until I generated enough revenue to close the risk gap that I had to leap between the full-time job and the thing that I need to do, right? Now, I mean, that's the formula, guys. I mean, it's not rocket science. Find a cash cow. So even if you are doing what you love right now, but it's just not making money, because the thing is, some of those things, the thing that you probably love to do, there may be a long run-up between what you're doing now and it actually monetizing. Yeah, it may be that you have to run that thing, perfect your craft, set up that business, get market share, whatever, for maybe 12, 18, 24 months. Who knows how long it's going to be, but there's going to be some kind of run up, generally speaking, before it makes enough money for you to live, essentially. So you've got to plan for that. You've got to say, okay, there's got to be some transitionary period, and how long is that transitionary period? It really depends on you and what you've got to manage in your life. But what I would say though is that do think about all of the things in your life. Think about your own personal dynamic, because the solution isn't in the book. Maybe there's a framework in the book. The solution isn't in what I'm saying. I'm giving you a framework. I'm giving you something to work within. But really, only you can sit down, you know, in a quiet space when your head isn't buzzing with a million things and think to yourself, okay, what do I have to my advantage? What can I put in place around me to execute my plan towards a thing that I would love to do one day, right? And, you know, it is a lofty idea that you can do what you love, and even those who have set up businesses doing what they love spend a portion of their time doing stuff that they don't like in it, right? And what they're trying to do is reduce the amount of things that they don't like, either by automating or bring on a resource or whatever it might be, and spending more of the time on the actual piece of the business that they do love. Yeah, so it is still a work in progress, even for those people who have set it up. So that's it, guys. Doing what you love is enough if you plan it and if you have a strategy which is realistic. And I do implore you, do focus on your bread and butter. For those of you who've got responsibilities, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to tell you just to take that leap. You know that meme where it's got the entrepreneur diving off the cliff into a gaping abyss, you know, oh, take the leap and the parachute will appear. Yeah, sort of, if you've got a parachute. Like, if you've got a parachute already on your back and you pull the string, the parachute's going to appear. I'm not the kind of guy that believes I'm going to jump out and the parachute just going to poof, appear out of nowhere. Call me a cynic, I don't know, but that's not what I would advise you, right? Because, again, the majority of entrepreneurs fail. Maybe because they jumped out off the cliff with no parachute, right? So anywho, I'm rambling. I'm trying to make these videos shorter. Oh, do you like the swag, by the way? It's the new swag. It's a professional swag. I can't go everywhere with a hoodie, can I? I'm a businessman after all. Anyway, that's it. Julian Hall, at The Ultrapreneur, everywhere on the web. If you like this video, share it with somebody. If there's something you want me to talk about, hit me up in the comments, and I am out of here. Peace 3 times.